Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. So basically what we're going to do today is go over me playing in scrims. So it's been a long time since I've last streamed on YouTube or uploaded. So right now I'm going to go through how I became better and what I've done to practice basically and how to gain arena points. So the best way to practice is just literally if you just play scrims or arena. You could play solos, you could play duos, you could play pretty much anything. One of the most effective ways is playing scrims, and then such as a scrim could be West Open, which I can leave a link in the description down below to join West Open. And basically all you have to do is just verify yourself using Epic Games, and then you're basically ready to play scrims. And you can sign up for ladder tournaments, which will be for money, and the better you do in ladder tournaments, the higher ranked you get. And such as like very big pros, that's how they practice, and that's what they do basically all day. Just play in the biggest pro scrims. That's what Clicks does, Bizzle, Booger, pretty much everyone does that. And that's what we're going to be going through today. This is going to be me playing a scrim. I play maybe 20 a day. So I have been practicing a lot recently. So if you guys want to join the server, it will be down there below. You have to use Discord though for it. If you don't have Discord, it's basically just a social media app for gaming. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So now that we've finally looted up and we started rotating. So once again, this is a scrim. So we actually can't fight until fourth zone appears basically. And so there's going to be Storm Surge. So right now we're going to Tilted, and there is actually kids fighting. So we're trying to get snipes off. And we actually did land. We landed the castle that is next to Coral and the John Wick mansion that is next to the H house near Holly and Sweaty. So those were our two landing spots for that game. And we actually went to the lake outside of Sweaty, and we actually managed to pick up a rift fish, which was really, really lucky. So in endgame, we did have rotation if we did need it. So then we were just waiting to fight, and people started fighting before, so no one really obeyed the rules of the scrim. So we started to fight, and no one was obeying the rules, so we actually did fight. So it was a normal arena game basically. So yeah, and then we went to Tilted. We tried to get snipes off instead of Storm Surge. So we do have pretty I did gain quite a bit of hype from playing trios, duos, and maybe a bit of solos. I don't really like playing solos because solos does give you a lot of points, but I'm not a very good solo player. But if you're a very good solo player, you should definitely play solos more, because that's one of a more hard thing for some people. But my main is duos and trios. And when we play duos and trios, I have a lot of fun, and I do gain a lot of points. Right now, as I'm recording, I'm at 7k arena points. So yes, I am in Champions League. So we do actually face quite good players. But once again, this is a scrim, so we will still fight good players, just not on normal lobbies. But basically, we rotated into Salty Towers, and we were just kind of walking around trying to get snipes off, and we didn't actually ended up getting sniped, but my teammate did get some tags, so we were actually good for the game. But we did have things to we had a rift fish and bouncers and shockwaves, so we could actually get height in the end game when we planned for end game. So in this clip, we actually ended up having to rotate quite far. We went from Salty Towers all the way to close up to Risky. So what we did is up by Salty Towers, there are those like hop rocks. And what we did is we used the hop rock to rotate in, and we started getting up to a good position. So me and my teammates started sniping, and we still have a rift fish. Just I don't have many heals if I get into an end game fight. So I only have 3 big pots, which may seem like a lot, but it takes quite a while to pop 3 big pots. So it might take a while, especially in moving zones. And this was not a stat game at all, because we got into the second lobby of the scrim, so we actually started getting a lot of griefers because we wouldn't get banned for it. So now that we're like in this end game and we're set up well, we're sniping at the people that have height, and we see people get cracked. So me and my teammates trying to get tags or even knock some people. So this is a very good way to gain points or get better at the game. You want to set yourself up for an end game position. And this is what I did. I set myself up. We got a rift fish so we could rift and then go in the air. And actually, in one of these clips, someone rifts us, so we actually get into the air, but we decided to land on a team, and that did actually grief our game, but we did actually place top 3. Now, right now in the game, we did actually box up over the hot rock crystals, so if we needed to go far in half and half zone, or even like moving or anything like that, we have extra brick and hot rocks. So basically, this is another thing. You have to plan and look what the other teams are doing right now. And if you want to gain a lot of points, play games like a scrim. Like, don't team with anyone, of course, but definitely don't try rush anyone. But one thing, the number one way to get better is not to sit in your box all game. You need to rush. Every time you die, you get better at the game. Better and better and better. And it takes like a lot of time, of course. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been playing scrims. I've not full on rushed everyone. But now I'm better, so I can actually do well in competitive and arena and stuff like that. So I've learned what to do during games. But I still want to practice my solos and trios, because once again, it is a trio season, and that's what it will be throughout the whole of 2021. So we definitely need to practice trios, and hopefully from Fortnite we see a trio dream hack or daily trios cups coming back to Fortnite, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. So maybe that will be the next update, I don't know, but that would be the best practice that you can do to get better. Daily cups, that's the number one thing to get better at. And in these clips right now we're doing scrims, but scrims only come out so often, maybe every 20 minutes, so you really need something to play per day that will make you a lot better at the game. Now here we do actually try spray a team out of the air, and basically what we're doing is we're trying to get as many tags right now for people to waste as many heals, or potentially use every single of their heals and then use their mats, and then maybe in the end game we can try take height. And coming up, I made a really bad mistake in this, and this is how you become better. You review what you've done wrong. You don't review what you've done always right. You don't be harsh on yourself. Don't like just quit. Never quit. Just if you just keep trying and you keep practicing, then you will actually get there. And you have to review what you do wrong. So let's say I went height too early in arena. That this has been happening quite a bit. So I would think, when is a good time to take height, and when should I start, like for example, rifting onto someone on the high ground. So now we're gonna actually, in the upcoming, we're gonna rift, and it was my bad because I said let's maybe rift for height, but it was my bad because I said land on this team because we thought they were low, but they were actually 200 HP, both of them. So me and my teammate did end up upcoming dying. So this is where I actually make my biggest mistake in this game. And yes, I did go back and review after. So once again, we are going over how to get better and how to get to champs quite fast and how to gain arena points and place basically in tournaments. What to do to get better. So what I did wrong here was I actually rifted too early. I should have used my mats, topped in, and then actually waited, and in one of the other zones I could have rifted, because in this one I noticed no one was fighting. So I got beamed, which was a really bad mistake of mine. So that was my bad and not my teammates' fault and nobody else's fault. That was my bad, and that's what I need to learn to do better this time. So this is how I became better at Fortnite, and thank you.